Shavua Tov, everyone. A good Tavach and a good week to all. Today's Tanya portion for Shabbos begins. We're holding in the middle of Perek Zion, 7th Perek of Igeres HaTshuvah. So the Tanya says, Alter Rebbe says, Heyach nishbar lev nidke, how is a heart broken and crushed? Hine me'at mizer, just a little bit, hu al yedesi gufim v'sainias. A little bit, this is done through various mortifications and fasts. V'deirasenu eilish ein lanu koyach l'is anais harbe k'David HaMelech. But in our generation, where we don't really have the strength to fast so much like David HaMelech, King David, Shitsam Harbet, that he fasted a lot. Al Yidei Kach Hasir Legamre Es Nafshe Habahamish Mitzad Klippa. He completely removed his Nefesh Habahamis, his animal soul, from the Klippa. As our sages say, al pasuk, about the verse, libi chala bekirbi, that my heart is void within me. Sharagoy besainis, that was killed in fast. Chargas a yetzer hara betainis, meaning that he killed his evil inclination in a fast. The ilu anu, however, us. That is, we don't really have the strength to fast so much. It only comes a little bit through fasting and mortifications. But the main subjugation of the heart, that it should become broken and crushed, and to expel the spirit of the side of unholiness. This is through Lases Cheshbon Sedek, to make a true accounting, as the one that's making this accounting is doing. A Bala Bias Atzmai, he is the man of the house. That this is more relevant to him. That he should really contemplate, that should go into it very much, for at least like a moment, an hour, every single day or night, before the midnight prayer, these beinin b'mashapal also v'chatav, what he did in his sins, as he exiled the divine presence, as we said above. And just to note that this actually takes place instead of at Tikkun Chatzos, which we don't do in our generation anymore, but by Kriya Shema Mita, the bedtime Shema, that we substitute this. That through the sins that we exile the divine presence, the Shechina. The Gam Garm Laker Nishmasin B'Nafshe Lekis Mechaya Chaim Baruchu, and he also uprooted his godly soul from Hashem, that who is the life of all life. And cause it to descend in a place of impurity and death. These are the chambers of the side of unholiness. The naises and neshama, and the neshama, the soul, becomes merkava aleim. it becomes a chariot for them, for the chambers of the sides of unholiness. Commission Merkava Batla Recha Mani Gaisa Kak Batal Nishmas Latuma Klippa. So just like a chariot is completely nullified to the rider and the one driving it, so too the soul becomes this. It's completely controlled by the impurity, God forbid, and the klippas, and he musheches es hayusa, and that's where it draws its life force from. The kabel mehem shefa v'chayis lashpil gufoy, and it receives from them the flow and the life force that gives into the body. As we said above, that the life force and the flow that a sinning person gets to his body, comes from the klippa and the sitra achra. And when he contemplates, and when he really, really thinks about this, this causes a subjugated heart and a broken heart. As we said above, that this is the sacrifice to the name of Elokim. Razal, as our sages said, that evil people in their life are called dead people. When it says in their life, within their life force, that the life force itself that goes to them, that it's the idea of death. That their life is drawn from a place of death and impurity, from the chambers of the side of unholiness. Which is opposite of holiness. The Alter Rebbe goes on to say what is written, that dead people do not praise Hashem. It doesn't really mean like literally dead people. Because when we're speaking about literal dead people, that they really can't praise Hashem. This is because This is because that they're of their mockery. Ella kavana al rashayim, but really the intent of the evil people, shebachayim kuri mason, when we say that their life is called death, we say that they cannot praise Hashem, that they are completely confused by foreign thoughts, while they are being evil. They don't desire to return to God. That even the time that he wants to praise Hashem, even the time he wants to praise Hashem, he's completely befuddled with foreign thoughts. That his praising cannot be fitting. And because of this, they say about them, that's about when we say that the dead people cannot praise Hashem. Everything that we said, this is all in order to bring to a broken heart. Because that when he contemplates, Shehu Kores Es Nishmasai Nafsha Lakis, he cuts off his neshama and his godly soul, from the life of life, blessed be he, and he makes it descend into a place of death and impurity. This is someone that he transgressed a commandment that causes excision and death, bidei shemayim, from the hand of heaven. Shekafisha huspar la'el, as we said above, nichrosas al yidei kach hanefesh misharsha. It cuts off the soul from its source, from its root. Mahalan. And so we're going to explain below. Maisi for Bein Zaken, the Alter Rebbe is going to add, that even a person that does not transgress a negative commandment that deserves excision or death, or any kind of death, he could also find himself that he too cut off his soul from the life of lives. The same thing as it could be like the death at the hand of heaven. End of today's Tanya portion.